Alright, what's up, YouTube? This SAP94 coming at y'all with another review on this new firearm that I just purchased. So, once again, I'm going to give y'all a little insight on what was supposed to take place before I bought this. So, as you guys know, inside of the last video, I was talking about me getting a handgun. I was talking about a 40 cal, preferably. Well, I almost bought a 40 cal, but I could not pass this up. I was going to get a Glock 22. That was kind of put on hold as of right now because this gun actually, it would have went up. The Glock I was paying original price for. So, with that being said, this particular gun, whatever, let's just get into it. Alright, so this is a TAURUS. I say a lot. That's not professional. So it's not actually the TAURUS G111. I'm not sure what it's called, but what I do know is that this is a G2c, and it's the exact same gun as the 111 or 111 or 11-1, whatever, however you prefer to pronounce it. But this one is the G2c, which I don't understand that because they are the exact same gun. They're compact, 9mm, and they have the striker, the double striker capability to where you don't have to cock it in order to strike the primer on the back of the bullet again. With that being said, I think that is more, reliable to discharge one of them rounds. But I've never had a failure to fire with the firing pin actually hitting the back of the bullet and it didn't go off and me having to do it again. But if I did, I probably would eject that round out of there and just throw it away. I wouldn't try to shoot it again. I've never heard of anything happening because I have seen that happened before. But what I like about this gun is that it was on sale for $229. Sorry, I'm kind of out of breath. I rushed up here to do this video, but it was on sale for $229. The original price is $269. So to get a gun that looked like this, it holds, and it comes with 2 magazines. It holds 12 in the clip, 1 in the hole, so 13 all total. And like I said, the striker, the double striker capability. What I love about this gun is that the reset is almost like it's a lot of play in the trigger until you get to that breaking point. But when you do get to that breaking point, which don't even have no bullets in the clip, but that breaking point from here to here is the breaking point. And then from there to there is where it actually breaks at. Now, this is the best part about it. When you cock it, that reset is right there. And then, one more time, if you can see, the reset is right there. And then, now, the double action, which is after you pull a trigger, the double striker capability, firing pin is a heavy pull from here all the way till there. So you can feel the tension on the spring from there all the way to the breaking point. You can actually feel the firing pin or the trigger hammer pulling the firing pin back until it releases it. You can feel the tension on there. So, but the fact that it has double striker capability, I mean, I don't know why I like that so much, but I do like that. So, what I love the most about it is where that trigger breaks at. So I could technically pull the trigger to right there, and then when I'm ready to pop it, go ahead and pull it, and to reset it, bring it right there and pull it again. So that makes it to where it'll rip, boom, 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 boom. You ain't gotta release off the trigger a lot in order to reset the trigger. It reset, so soon. I don't know the measurement, and I don't have a ruler to actually find the measurement right now, but I love the reset on this. Second off, it breaks down just like any other handgun that I've had that break down like a Glock. So it breaks down like a Glock. It breaks down just like the Smith & Wesson SD or the Smith & Wesson 9VE. The SD9VE Smith & Wesson. So one thing that it does have that those guns don't have is the safety, the trigger or the thumb safety. So since I'm a left-handed shooter, I noticed that safety, I would actually either have to engage it with the other hand, or I'm not a fan of that. I really don't like that. So what I would do is actually keep the gun off safety with no round in the chamber. That way, when it's time, I can actually just go ahead and rack this bitch or whatever and get it ready. So the fact that trigger safety or the safety is right there, I don't like that. It would have been a little cooler or better for me if it was ambidextrous. I have so much trouble pronouncing that word. So bear with me and don't laugh at me. But long story short, since it will be kind of hard for me to engage that safety, I'll just keep the safety off. That way I'll be able to rack around in there and get the business without fucking with the safety. I think that will be just as much time opposed to me pulling it from my hip, racking it, and then coming up with it, opposed to me already having it racked, having it off safety, having to pull it up, drop the safety, and then point it, which I just did the same thing. But I feel like it's better because in the forward momentum of me aiming the gun, I can bring it back. So as soon as it come out the holster, I can bring that bitch back, let it go, and now I'm on point. So it's a compact 9mm. This will be my concealed carry. I think eventually I am going to choose something a little bit more comfortable and a little bit more operable for me, being a left-handed shooter. That way I wouldn't have to worry about disengaging the safety, or I don't have to worry about racking the slide. That's more so where the Glock come in at. The trigger being so loose when it's cocked, Ray is concerned with me, so I would never have a bullet in the chamber with it off safety, because I don't want to accidentally shoot or discharge the firearm in the process of me trying to pull it out of my holster to aim it. So it's a couple things that is, weird about this. One thing that I noticed is that you have a chamber indicator and loaded when up, so it does not interfere with the sight, the rear and the front sight as you're trying to line those up. But looking at the pistol from the side, you'll be able to see that being lifted. But it does not lift up a lot, like the SR9 has that, and that it lifts up a lot when it's around inside of the chamber to where it actually do interfere with the sight. I've shot one of those before, and I had a Ruger 9E. That was the exact same model, or wasn't the same model, but it was the same brand gun. It was made by Ruger. Instead of it being a SR9, it was a Ruger 9E, and it was the exact same gun as that, just without the chamber indicator, which it had a chamber indicator, but it wasn't that block. It was like right where that block would fit at. If this wasn't hair, that little hole right there was the chamber indicator, where you could look, see brass or see silver, and you got one in there. The other thing that they improved on that gun was the trigger. And I did notice that because when I rented one to shoot at the range, it was a Ruger SR9, and the trigger on there was nasty. The trigger on the Ruger 9E, it's a lot smoother and it breaks at a decent point, and the reset is fairly good. I did a couple mag dumps through there, and that boy is like a Ruger with a Glock trigger on there. So, but other than that, I just wanted to show y'all this video on this. This is the TAURUS G2c, and it's a nice, small, compact 9mm. I actually said that about the SD9VE, and that was actually not a compact pistol. I paid attention to the video, and I don't know why I said it was a compact pistol, but it wasn't. It's more of a mid-size, full-size pistol. This is the definition of a compact pistol, or smaller. So, and the reason I actually went with this instead of the 40 cal is because of that 40 cal I can do a little shopping with, you know, to where I can try to catch it on sale. This gun was on sale, so I figured why not, even though I already got a 9mm. This one is a compact 9mm, and it will lean towards concealed carry more than that SD9VE. And then the lightness of the trigger is another thing I like, opposed to the SD9VE that has a self-defense trigger on it. So you technically can't shoot that gun unless you really intend to shoot it. Which, me personally, I've never discharged a firearm accidentally in my life. And with the safety precautions that I take, I can almost absolutely guarantee that I will not. So, the trigger pull is one of the down things on that gun. This one, I like the break on it. Pretty cool. So, SAP 94 out.